Right, so today's job is to put the front of this car completely back together. The biggest gripe I think doing cars I've worked out is doing wheel arch liners. Every car I've got, they're always broken, missing, clips don't want to come out, so I think we'll get to the point where we get the wheels on it. Got to get the brakes bled up. I've got a little machine, I've never used it for self-bleeding because I have to do it on my own. We'll give that a go. We've got some new parts to fit down here, got the wings to fit, but the first job we need to do is this gearbox. So I've come in my garage to do this bit because it's really warm today. I've had to add this bit in. This is a bit we've lost because my breakfast decided to destroy my laptop because I knocked it and it melted it, and we've lost loads of little videos and little snippets of stuff. So I'm going to try and add little bits into. There's 3 videos, 3 cars that we're doing, and this is why the videos have been a bit late, because I've had to scramble around to find the videos that I've done between 3 lots of cars. So it's been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. But hopefully they're alright and we'll watch them and they'll be good. So this bit is about the DSG gearbox. So in this video I'm just actually trying to finish off the service on it. But how did I get to that point? And that's the bit that I've sadly missed out. So what I did was I used the DCT Auto Trans fluid from FIA. So this is a gearbox oil for this vehicle. Put around 6 litres in it. Now how did I put 6 litres of oil in it? I certainly didn't do it stood there with gravity because it was a pain to do. I bought this because we're going to do a few cars and different cars on this channel. I think it might be a little bit of an investment. It was 40 quid. It wasn't the end of the world. But this is the adapter that I needed, the VAG adapter. And this takes over the sump plug. So what you're going to do is you're going to tip your DCT oil in it. Like I put 6 litres in it. And I pumped it all in. I could do it just with the tap open. So fully open like that. Just pump it all the way in. Or I tried it another way, which I showed on the video. I had it like that. I built the pressure up to about 25 odd psi. I let it go like that and it sucked the oil up. It worked both ways, to be fair. It's a good little pump, to be fair. And this comes with loads of little adapters. These just pop off and this just spins round like that. So you can obviously unscrew it. And when it comes to unscrewing it, you're going to pump it all the way up to the top. Now you're going to be over the filler. And when I talk about the filler, you're going to take the sump plug out, and inside the gearbox there is a small black plastic tube. Now this tube must be the leveler for the gearbox. I'm no expert on these gearboxes whatsoever, but there's a tube in there. It looks like a leveling stick or tube. So I unscrewed it a bit. I think it was an 8mm Allen key. It's not tight, it's not gummed, it's not anything. Just undo it with your hands. I did, and the rest of the oil will fall out. Now I don't know the colour of the oil. You might think, oh, it looks really good that compared to the new oil, so I have to put it back in. That's up to you. But use a clean pan. You can see if any of your gearboxes left the chat and dropped into the bottom of your oil pan. Last thing you want to see is a stone from your last job thinking I've got something smashing around in my gearbox. So use a clean oil pan if you can. And that also works, clean oil pan, for when you go to actually do it. You know, when you come to this bit in the video. Then what you've got to do is, once you've pumped all your oil in, you're over the overfill. And then what you're going to do is you're going to be really quick. This is why I use a pan, because you're going to lose a bit of oil. You're going to unscrew that adapter. This part. You're going to unscrew this part right to the end of the threads. You're going to have your sump nut in one hand and you're going to quickly go like that. And take your time and screw it in. That's why the fresh oil will come out into a clean pan and you can reuse it if you panic and it all starts coming out. But it'll only come out level to the dipstick. But there's a way that I think the procedure is for these gearboxes, and it's the procedure I've used. So I managed to whip this out and screw that in without losing very much at all. And I left it at that point until this video. So that's how I got to the point where you're going to see in the video. And watch me do this gearbox. Now I've got the jacks under there on the sill and stuff. I don't think we're going anywhere on there, and let's just see what happens. Let's get it fired up. We've got some coolant in it anyway, but I think we're going to run it for a few minutes. So we changed all the oil and filter, didn't we? Let's crack this off. Let's see what it does. So I've seen it do this. It does sound a bit rattly, doesn't it? And hopefully it's going to stop running out. What's going on here? That. I think we've got to wait till it comes to an entire stop and a small dribble. There we go, look. Right, so I'm hoping that's the gearbox done. I've seen it done like that, so I thought, well, you know what? Let's just give it a go. We've probably got about, well, let's have a look, about a litre of oil maybe. So it's about a litre and a bit maybe it's come out. So it was actually new oil that, but there might be a bit of muck in this thing, but that was clean oil that. But now we know how to do it, we can run the car for 2 or 3 months and dump it and try again. So I'm hoping that that's sorted that out. Never done one, so I'm hoping that's the way forward with that. First job. Let's pop these wings on and get these out of the way. So there's one over here. I think they come up too bad then, painting in the shed. I painted them, I'll go get them, filled all them holes in on them, just give them a bit of a spray over in black paint just to tidy them up a bit for us. Headlights in, not even checked the wiring to be honest, but I'm hoping it was alright, wasn't that difficult. So I got some aftermarket ones of these, but this was really flimsy, and I can show you the difference between them, but I have had to go to dealers and buy another one. But this one came with this rad pack, so this just slides, because I built this up because I couldn't get them bolts, I couldn't get that bolt out, so I think this just slides in on this side. It goes round the wing on it. looks like we're going to have to get some headlight bolts, some proper bolts for everything, I think, for the front headlight. They won't be dear, I don't think. These would have just been bolts, but we had to do a bit of a mend on it, didn't we? It's quite a bit of adjustment in all these, so hopefully we might not have to adjust them too much. And then the headlight, I found, just pops onto them 3 guides there. One day we'll be able to have a car on the channel where we ain't got rusty snap bolts. We could take them out, have parts we can just bolt straight on, job done, instead of rust and bolts and nuts. So let's just have a look at this bumper, see what you think to it. Oh, we can pop that in there. Think to that. Built on the drive, painted in the shed. So I don't think George will be bothered unless it drives in a straight line. So yeah, we can do that because we can do them like this. So let's get this bumper on. We need to paint these, whatever they are, washer blank jets, because they turned up and they were just gloss black. So I need to do them at some point. Shut the bonnet. So I did the bonnet cable. What a ball ache that was. I had to fish it through the body of the car to get on. I couldn't get the clip out. I thought I'll do it as a quick 2-minute video. It took me about an hour. So I fixed the bonnet cable. I've got that in. Let's try the lights. See if the lights are on. Indicators on. We need a load of new bolts, don't we? I'll make a list and ring them and get them sorted. Right, turn that off. I don't think it's come up too bad, this paint work, has it? It's painted in the shed. We'll give it a wash and a good polish off. He likes it, doesn't he? Yeah, so next thing is brakes. Let's hope we can get them bled up. I've got a pressure bleeder. I've got these self-bleeding things you can do on your own. Never used it. I've had it ages, never had to use it, but I'd like to try and use it to get these wheels on. Right, so the plan is to try this gadget. Never used one before, but it might save me messing about in future, so we might as well have a go with it with this car, haven't we? I think it's self-bleeding, so we're going to just crack this nut up here. And turn this air supply on, this little air supply button here, and then see if we can crank up the pedal, because there's no brakes at all at the minute, is there? So if I turn this on, so it's pulling the vacuum already, and crack that off, which is what we would do if the two of us and say, oh yeah, look. Oh, brilliant, so we've got fluid going through there. That's good to see, isn't it? A bit of air bubbles in that. That's pretty good. Turn that off there. Right. Does that work? I've got no idea. So let's go around this side. Well, no, because the pedal will go flat to the floor. Or we're going to get some sort of pedal from it, aren't we? All these new brakes, it should work a treat. So we'll get that on there. We'll fire that up there. Crank that. There we go. Stop jerking about as much now, so it must have got most of the air out of it. Clever bit of kit that is. Be great for doing loads of systems, that wouldn't it? New cars, we could just completely change the actual fluid system, drain it all out. Right, let's leave that there a sec. Let's pop that. So it was at the off there. Have we got a pedal because it went flat to the floor before? Oh, what's this door? Oh shit. Oh, look. Yep, got a pedal there, haven't we? So what we'll do is we'll leave it at that, and then we might have to get the wheels on, go for a bit of a drive. We might have to have a quick bleed up again. We've got all the race to do as well, so that'll be our next job. But I didn't want to jack this up where it's sat like that to do the raise in case it slips off. So the next thing to do is bob some wheels on. So yep, I'll bob some wheels on it. I got all these arch linings in and start putting it back together. We'll do the rear brakes next because they look like something's got trapped in one of it. It's quite a nasty score. I'll just try to square these wings up best I can with these arch liners, and we're getting there. So yeah, let's crack on and get the back end done next. This is turning into an absolute nightmare. I've had to cut the exhaust off, and you can see it. Look, I've had to butcher the exhaust off down there. I can't get it off at the front. I've got to get a lift, proper car lift. It's just too, well, I think a bit dangerous to be honest on stands because I'm rocking it back and forward like that. So what I've done is I've just cut it off, and I'll have to get it looks like a custom built exhaust, so I'll have to get a measure and get a sleeve. So we're going to try and drop this subframe out if we can. Right. What size is that? One. Right, let's go on the other side. Sit back now and see what's going on there. Go to the side. Simple aside. Let's see if we can get this out. Shockers has collapsed everywhere, hasn't it? Dampers. till we gun one off. That might help. Let's see how good this gun really is, shall we? We tip it up and get it out, do you think? Never thought about this. There we go. So, HR, whatever they are, springs. It's just all battered, isn't it? You couldn't MOT that, it'd be a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. What we'll do, we'll drop them straight in the tank and get them looking really clean and tidy. Get the subframe sanded off or blasted. See how bad it is. New anti-roll bar bushes. And we'll get it sorted. Whatever we need to do it. Underneath, I get some wire brush, get all the wires taped up. We'll give it a clean off underneath. I hope my lad don't text me saying how's my car looking, because it ain't going to look well, is it? Sorry George. It needed to be done. It's a mess, innit? So that is the conclusion of this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video when hopefully we're having a better time of it. Thanks for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you want. Subscribe, that'd be nice. Thanks for watching everyone. See you in the next video. Bye for now.